Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to make my first NaNoRamo update for 2020. I've been participating for several years now. Still haven't reached my decade quite yet, but getting close. Surprisingly close. I didn't realize how long I had been participating, but I'm doing it this year like I do every year pretty much, and I'm actually off to a great start. I'm actually 5,181 words into it, which means I'm already 2 days ahead, which is great. I always worry about the mid month grind where words don't come as easy. So, since I'm super inspired right now, and we just keep having virtual write ins over our Discord for our region, and it's just like I love word sprints with other people. It gets, I guess, my competitiveness activated so that we can actually, just I want to write all the time. I want to participate in every word war that I'm active for. Uh, I did sleep during the day and had to work in the morning, so there was a few that I missed. But even the ones that I did, just 5,181 words, and I still want to keep going. Like, I forcing myself to record this really fast. I may continue on, uh, and I'll update you tomorrow. But there's no more word wars for today, so uh, I won't have any like giant spurts. Uh, it would most likely just be me writing, and I might just take a break anyway, uh, just for a short time, and see if I come back later to write a little bit more. Because any help counts early on. Um, it gets rough mid month for me. I have a burst that first week, and then it slows down like crazy. But I'm off to a great start. Uh, my words per minute during the word sprints was 31.26. Uh, so that's pretty big. Um, I'm not sure if it's just because I'm super inspired, so I'm writing a whole bunch, or I am just I'm getting better at not going back to edit. I do actually edit if it's the wrong word or anything like that. Like, I'll do the small edits, but I avoid trying to delete whole sentences like I used to. I feel like I lost several years uh, purely and only because I couldn't stop editing while writing, and that has extra burnout too. So that just kind of makes mid month rougher. But this year, I'm feeling good about it. It is only day one, but it's something. I'm already 2 days ahead, which is it's massive. But yeah, I'm writing my World of Warcraft fan fiction, so I technically have all the plot already put out. And even if I lose track of characters' personal plots, I can just hop into WoW and play through those quest lines again to kind of get myself back on focus, which is a weird way to stay on focus but also do something else. But hey, it's gonna work, or it's not. I hope it works. It's most likely gonna work. I'm gonna kind of force it to work, but it will happen. I feel good about this. I still unsure if I would ever post my fan fiction, but at least for now, I'm excited. It's going fast. It's going great. I've been making more progress on this even just today than I have in like the last 2 months. Uh, just because writing's been so kind of on the back burner, especially since it's just a fan fiction, and I've been doing the work in the school and the internship, so those are usually take more focus and priority over writing a fan fiction that's really just more for myself. Um, but I also feel like I'm putting so much effort into it, especially since I'm putting a whole NaNoWriMo month to it. I feel like I do kind of want to at least keep a posted record of it just in case. Uh, it's a lot of work, and it'd be nice to have just so it's like, oh well, if you have you written something, and it's like, yeah, I've written this whole fan fiction. Technically four. but they're all kind of intertwined with one another, which has also been another help for Nano, is that instead of just doing one story focused on one theme and one character, I have been doing four, and doing essentially the snowflake method. I started out writing every chapter as a single sentence. I can speak, I promise. And then have been building up to it. Right now, it's essentially what I would like to consider its first draft. It's a first proper draft before I actually write in all of the fun little details and stuff that I want to put in, and then obviously go back and edit and reread and go through it all. So I guess like a beta first. I don't know. I've lost track of how many times I've gone through it. I know it's not the proper snowflake method, but I find it pretty useful, and I could also use my dice to help me with it. I've been using the D4 to choose who gets written, and then the respective dice for how many chapters need to be worked on. So I think I've completed three just doing today's writing. So that's really a lot. That's so much. And one was an actual proper draft of that whole chapter. So that's always so cool. Um, I'm writing so much, and I know I risk burning myself out so early on doing so much, but if I have the inspiration to write it, it's easier to write it now than, well, I need to write it tomorrow. Because what if I forget about cool stuff that I think about tomorrow? Or what if I do burn myself out today and then I don't want to write tomorrow? Uh, and just, you know, it's kind of hard to force that inspiration back in. Uh, so it's like, do you really want to save it for tomorrow or write it now? It's that kind of gamble. Risk burning out early or risk not being as inspired later on. But that's about it for the first day. I am keeping a track of my overall words per minute per day, just because I really want to see if there is like a legitimate drop off mid month where I can't write anything even in word sprints, and then obviously keeping a track of how much I write per day. And once we start getting like averages and stuff in the actual Nano site where I can just glance at it and I don't have to calculate it out myself, it would also be fun to update on that, because my big thing is always the stats. I love seeing stats in the progress, and I don't know, I guess it's rewarding in its own right. It gives an instant reward for all the hard work that I'm putting in the actual writing, which sometimes is never actually posted anywhere else. And so it's like, I still get a reward for all that work, even if I don't get any kind of response to it. Um, so, yeah, first day of Nano, going pretty good. And I hope everybody else is doing good on their first day. It seems like most people, at least in the Discord part of my region, had a very productive first day. I did go to the kickoff party, didn't get to stay for very long because I had work in the morning. It was fun. Everybody was just kind of tired though. It was like a little bit awkward, and everybody's starting to get used to doing Discord video calls and stuff. So that's always a joy. But I will leave you off with that. Stay undead, and good luck if you're participating in Nano. Oh, I'm so bad at this. I'm so bad. It's on my second screen, so it's like I gotta look over and stare.